Okay, Eminem, Mr. Marshall Mathers, Mr. Slim Shady, how many of you have seen this video going around where Mr. Slim Shady, Eminem himself, has taken to the stage in a fashion to come out blatantly against our president? Now, if you don't know who Marshall Mathers is, he's an icon in hip-hop. He is one of the best-selling hip-hop rappers of all time. He's got over 90 million followers on Facebook. He's got over 9 billion views on Vimeo. He is more of a has-been than an is, but now he's right back in the spotlight. So if you haven't heard this, if you haven't heard it, I'm going to do a little commentary because you know what, to me, it's funny. It's funny that he's coming out so hard against our president. It's funny to me that I don't think yet Donald Trump's even said anything. It's kind of like a little gnat. But I really hope the youth of today see this. I really hope, share this because I hope the youth see this. Because I know nobody likes being lied about. Has anybody ever told a lie about you? And I'm speaking to the young people today, or anybody that follows Eminem and wants to put 2 cents into what he said. Has anybody ever said something about you that wasn't true, but other people thought it was? And that feeling that you get when you're just like, man, somebody's just lying. Well, you know what? I'm going to decipher Eminem's rhetoric in this video that's going crazy right now. And I really hope you listen to it. And I really hope you're courageous enough. I know you're smart enough. You're intelligent enough to not just go by what some rapper, even though he's had mad success, that doesn't mean he's mad intelligent with social issues and legal issues and things of today. I know the youth of today. I know the youth of today is smart enough. And with the internet, you can do some research and you can figure some things out. So let's do a little commentary, all right? Can you hear this?
It's the calm before the storm right here.
And if you haven't heard Trump say that, he's saying there's something that's happening. I think this is part of it. I absolutely believe from a spiritual perspective, there are things happening behind the scenes. There is a shaking taking place, and we're seeing the effects of it. But I think that this even plays into it. I think this plays into the storm that's about to hit. But Donald Trump said that, so he's making fun.
Wait, how was I gonna start this off?
He's supposedly freestyling this whole thing. Supposedly he's just off top of his head.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably not, but that...
Is this preschool? Is this kindergarten? It sounds like a really bad rhyme that you'd hear on a school ground in preschool with a little kid.
That's all I got till I come up with a solid...
Dropping some bombs. F-bombs.
Got a plan and now I got a hatchet like a damn Apache with a tomahawk. I'ma walk inside a mosque on Ramadan and say a prayer that every time talks.
Don't know what he's talking about.
She gets a
Oh, he messed up. He messed up.
Stop.
He's got to start over. He's got to start over.
But
hey, Missouri.
Give Obama props because...
Okay, wait. All right. So now he wants to say we better give Obama props. So why is it that all these people want to continue to boost up Obama, especially the black community? Now, if you've seen the video, he's got about 10, 12 black guys standing behind him, looking all hard in their leather jackets or what, back up against their Impalas and their cars. And Obama didn't do anything for the black community. You can research this. He got over 90% of the black vote. 90% of the black vote. He got over 90% of the black vote, and yet the average income for blacks decreased while he was in office. Think about that. What did he do for the black community? I know he pledged a certain amount to the historic black colleges and universities. Guess what? Donald Trump pledged more support to the historical black colleges and universities, and he did that in the first 60 days of being in office. So let's get off of Obama for a second, because that really should be a moot point. That should not be something that Eminem is bringing up to try to say, he's better than Trump, because that's just BS, really.
What we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust.
So, nuclear holocaust. Trump's going to cause a nuclear holocaust. Well, you know, things were escalating pretty good when Obama was in office. The Iran deal, the deal that we, the United States, made with your tax dollars, unless you don't pay taxes because you don't have a job, the United States made a deal that was so horrific, so horrible, that basically gave Iran the ability to build nuclear weapons. And they've openly said they want to wipe out America. They were already doing that. They're already planning on doing that. If Hillary would have gotten office, it probably would have been an escalation of the entire thing. Trump said, absolutely freaking not. We got to put a stop to it. So Eminem, please do your research. Really pay attention because you're just spewing out nothing but BS.
And while the drama pops and he waits for shit to quiet down, he'll just gas his plane up and fly around till the bombing stops.
So is that an insinuation that because Trump is so rich, he's going to fly around, he's going to create a nuclear war, and then he's going to fly around in his plane until everything stops, and then he's going to land? So, you know, Eminem is worth over $190 million. So for all of you out there that are thinking that he's, you know, maybe talking like where he came from, he did come from nothing. He was, you know, born and raised, and his dad left early, and, you know, I've prayed for Eminem, and I still pray for Eminem because the guy is obviously mixed up. But is he talking like he's not rich too? I mean, he doesn't have $9 billion like Donald Trump does, but he's got $190 million. How many of you are ever going to see $1 million in the bank at once? He's got 190 times that. I think he's going to see a dip, though, after this, but let's keep going. Yes, Jamie.
Tensions heightened. Tensions are rising. Trump, when it comes to giving a shit, you're stingy as I am. Except when it comes to having the balls to go against me, you hide them.
See, what is that? Where does that even come from? Trump is not hiding from you, Eminem. Marshall, Trump is not hiding. You're not even on his radar. You are a hip-hop artist and entertainer. You are in the music industry. You saw what happened to Kathy Griffin. She tried to come out and be all bold like you are right now, holding the head up, holding a picture of Donald Trump's head up. You saw what happened to her. So what are you doing? That doesn't sound like too much intelligence to me, Marshall.
Because you don't got the nuts like an empty asylum.
Not smart.
Racism's the only thing he's fantastic for.
And why do they keep on spewing these lies that he's racist? He has so many black people, Hispanic people that have come to his support and said, you know what, he's never been racist. He's never had a racist bone in his body. He took the Mar-a-Lago resort that was actually for only white people, and he bought the thing in Florida and said, now it's open to blacks and Jews. He did that, but he did that before he was running for office. So all of a sudden now everybody has amnesia. They don't want to think about what he's done for the black community, the Jewish community, he doesn't have a racist bone in his body. So stop pushing that agenda. Stop lying. You're just lying. You're just lying and trying to get people to side with you. It's really sad. It's really sad.
Because that's how he gets his rocks off, and he's orange.
And he's orange? He's orange? Is that what we're calling? That's how we're calling people names now? Like we haven't already heard that 10 million times by all the little people in the media that want to just poke fun and try to poke at whatever they can because they don't have any facts. They don't have any facts. They don't have anything to support their cause to blast Donald Trump, so they want to call him orange. Wow. How original is that?
Yeah, sick tan. That's why he wants us to disband, because he cannot withstand the fact we're not afraid of Trump walking on eggshells. I came to stomp.
Nobody's afraid of Trump. If anybody's afraid of Trump, you know who's afraid of Trump? All the other nations in the world are afraid to push on the United States like we're sissies, like we're weak. Like Obama, let's go back to that for a minute. He was weakening our military, people. Obama had weakened our military. I don't know how many hundreds of generals Obama fired. Obama fired General Mad Dog Mattis. The man bleeds red, white, and blue. General Mattis? And Obama fired him. And Obama fired him without even giving him a phone call. General Mattis had to hear about it from an assistant. Go do your research. Go do your research. There shouldn't be any comparison between Obama and Trump. He fired General Mad Dog Mattis without even giving him a phone call. He had to hear about it from an assistant that saw it on C-SPAN or something crazy. He fired so many generals. He's trying to weaken. He did weaken our military greatly. And then he wanted to open it up to transgenders. You know what? We need our military strong. That's one more thing that Donald Trump did. We don't need distractions for our military. We need them to be at their tip-top, absolute best when they're out there fighting for us so that they can be safe, so that they can be safe with their neighbors, so that they have their comrades' backs. They don't need to be worried about somebody that looks deformed because they're trying to change their body because they think there's something they're actually not genetically. And Trump got in office and he said, no, we're going to stop that. We're not going to push that agenda, even though Obama was pushing that agenda. So let's.
That's why he keeps screaming, drain the swamp, because he's in quicksand.
You know, the swamp is a lot deeper than I even imagined. I think that everything that we are seeing from, again, I always think there's a spiritual, an unseen stuff going on behind the scenes. What's going on behind the scenes? The swamp is deeper than the government. It's deeper than DC. I think part of the swamp is also Hollywood. I think it's all the pedophilia stuff, all the sexual harassment stuff, all the stuff that's coming out right now, and all of the Hollywood elites. All of them loved Harvey. They all loved Harvey. They all loved and talked about and promoted, and you hear Obama, Michelle Obama was praising Harvey Weinstein, and Hillary Clinton was a close friend to this guy. Rented a house right next to Harvey. They all gave him mad props. They all honored and praised this guy that's an icon of Hollywood. He is a giant in Hollywood and has been for 30 years. And that idol just got cut down. That's part of the swamp. I think this is part of the swamp. I think the artists that are going to voice their opinion, they're not doing it against Trump. And you're going to hear it in the end. They're doing it against you and I, Americans. They're doing it against you and I that do believe in the authenticity of who Donald Trump is and what he's trying to do for America. That's who that's really who he's talking about. He's not just trying to diss Trump, but he makes it real clear in the end.
It's like we take a step forwards, then backwards. But this is his form of distraction. Plus, he gets an enormous reaction when he attacks the NFL, so we focus on that instead.
So you know what? He did what I'm glad Donald Trump did. He finally came out and said it. You know what? I'm thankful that our president is as in tune to the social issues and the heartbeat of all of us Americans as he is. And social media does that. Look, we're on social media right now. We're able to be connected without the biased media. Let's face it, the media is as biased as can be. It just came out, another behind the scenes hidden camera came out and exposed one of the writers for Washington Times or the New York Times. This guy blatantly said he hates Trump and he was working for Hillary, he was working for Obama, and he literally writes things on purpose to sway the reader. It's bias. So I'm thankful that Donald Trump is as connected as he is, and I'm grateful that he came out and he said something against the players that are taking a knee. Again, if you want to stand for something, do it, but do it in a different manner. Don't do it during our national anthem and disrespect our flag and everything that our flag stands for, including our military and our men and women in blue that put their lives on the line every single day so that we could have freedoms. Don't do that, Marshall. Don't do that.
That are talking Puerto Rico with gun reform from the back.
Wait! Did he just say gun reform from Nevada? Let me make sure that he just said that.
When he attacks the NFL, so we focus on that instead of talking Puerto Rico with gun reform from Nevada.
He just said gun reform because of Nevada. Obviously, it was horrific what happened in Nevada, in Vegas. But this is Marshall Mathers. This is Eminem talking about gun reform. Are you kidding me? It's laughable, but it's almost so sad. If you do any research on Eminem, you're going to find out that he has some of the most, he made his mark being the most grotesque, pushing the envelope, talking about murder, talking about shooting people with guns, talking about suicide. I mean, there's actually case after case after case after case where Eminem is actually, some people claim that it was his fault, it was his music that people committed suicide, young people committed suicide, because he embellishes this whole thing. He's got these lyrics that talks about how he envisioned strangling his girlfriend because she cheated or something, and then he woke up and realized it was a dream, and then he shot himself. He killed himself. He's done it in song after song after song. He's had a song called Suicide. This guy promotes gun violence, and now he wants to try to bash Trump over Vegas when that has nothing to do with Trump. The policies that are policies right now are the same policies when Trump took office. So, and Marshall, again, you walk around with armed bodyguards, right? You have a big fence around your house. We're going to talk about the fence in a minute. But you have armed bodyguards with you everywhere you go. And yet you want to talk to the rest of us people. You want to talk to everybody else about gun reform and gun control because you already have your $190 million. You already have your big house, your multiple houses. So now it's for the rest of us folks. We're the ones that don't need to have any weapons.
All these horrible tragedies, and he's bored and would rather cause a Twitter storm with the Packers.
Thankful for Twitter.
Then says he wants to lower our taxes. Then who's gonna pay for his extravagant trips back and forth with his fam to his golf resorts and his mansions?
So he wants to talk again. He's trying to talk about Donald's vacations. You know, he's taken least vacations in the first however many days he's been in office than Obama did. But guess what? He is the third president in history. Trump is the third president in history to not take a salary. Marshall, get your facts straight. Well, okay, I can't lie. He does take a salary. He takes $1. He takes $1. Obama didn't do that. You know Hillary wasn't going to do that. He does not take a salary. He owns the resorts. He owns all the stuff he's going to. Again, he's worth $9 billion. So don't act like he's just pushing it all off on the taxpayer. He's doing us taxpayers a really good job. And he is planning on and he is doing things to lower our taxes, especially for small businessmen like myself. I got a small business trying to promote my little uncorked juice here. I appreciate what he's trying to do for the small businesses, and it's going to pass down on to everybody in every family.
Same shit that he tormented Hillary for and he slandered.
Okay, so now he's talking about Trump was pointing out Hillary's issues. Again, people, do your research. Any amount of research at all. And I got some amazing people that help me do research. Jennifer Foxworth, I thank you for your research. I used a lot of that today when I was preparing for this video. And I've got to get up at 4:30 in the morning to fly to Orlando, Florida. I'm going to be there for a week. But I had to address this because Eminem, Marshall, you're full of holes, buddy. This whole thing, is it just a publicity stunt? You're trying to get back on top? You're trying to get back to the epitome of where you're at? It's not going to work out too well for you. I'm just telling you. So he wants to try to say, oh, well, Donald Trump was pointing out what Hillary was doing or wasn't doing. You know that Hillary, the Clinton Foundation, there are so many scandals that just reek from the Clinton Foundation being investigated for fraud, taking literally billions of dollars. They've taken over $2 billion. They've taken from foreign governments. They're taking money. Some of these governments hate the United States. They want to wipe the United States off the map. And yet the Clinton Foundation's taking money from them. And they've taken it from other global people. You know, George Soros. Yeah, the evil man behind the scene that's pulling a lot of strings. George Soros has put a lot of money into the Clinton Foundation, and the Clinton Foundation has been investigated for fraud. There's a statement from a gentleman in Colombia. The Clinton Foundation went to Colombia. They were supposed to be helping the people there, and this gentleman said they are doing nothing for the workers. He said, I don't even know what they're doing in this country other than exploiting poverty and extracting money. That's from somebody in Colombia when the Clinton Foundation was there. Same thing happened in Haiti. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck,
then does it more from his endorsement of banning support for the Klansmen.
Again, he has said over and over and over again that he does not support the KKK. It's the same rhetoric. It's the same BS rhetoric. You're a rapper. You're supposed to be an artist of creating lyrics, and yet you're saying the same thing we've been hearing for months. Years now. It's been years.
Tiki torches in hand for the soldier that's black and comes home from Iraq and is still told to go back to Africa. Fork and a dagger in his racist 94-year-old grandpa. who keeps ignoring our past, historical, deplorable factors. Now if you're a black
Proud deplorable.
athlete, you're a spoiled little brat for trying to use your platform or your stature.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. If you are a black athlete making millions of dollars and you want to do something disrespectful to our flag, you are a spoiled little brat. Cam Newton, sorry, you came out and did it to yourself. You said something very sexist because a female asked you about running routes, and you were like, that's funny that a female would ask me about running routes. You just showed your true colors, buddy. You did. Same with you, Steph Curry. Same with you, LeBron. You athletes that graduated and made millions of dollars, you are immediately disconnected with the rest of us. Immediately disconnected with the rest of regular people that don't make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. You're disconnected. And then you stay disassociated. And then you want to go use your platform. If you want to use your platform, go into the inner city where people there know your name, hold a press conference, do something free in a park, in a stadium, in a high school stadium there, and talk to the young people and encourage them to work hard and to work hard in school and to get a job and to pay their dues. Go in and do that stuff. Make a big deal about it. You know, talk about black on black violence. Go in and talk about the actual numbers that over 300,000 blacks have killed other blacks in the last 35 years in this country. That's the biggest issue of all. That and all the other statistics that have to do with young black men and women, but especially the young black male. You know, there's an absolute attack on the young black male, and it's black fathers. And again, this transcends ethnic background. You know, when there's two, a father and a mother in the home, the child has a lot better chance of actually succeeding. But there is an attack on young black men, but it's unfortunately at the hands of other black men 90% of the time.
To try to give those who don't have one, he says you're spitting in the face of vets who fought for us, you bastards.
Yeah, you spit in the face of vets. You want to take a knee, disrespect the flag, disrespect the anthem, you are spitting in the face of vets. And every family that's ever had a veteran or anybody that's fought for this country, you are slapping us in the face, athletes, when you choose to disrespect our flag and our anthem. That's the one thing he said that is actually accurate.
Unless you're a POW who's tortured and battered, because to him you're zeros because he don't like his war heroes captured.
Is he talking about Bergdahl? Is he talking about the traitor that Obama gave, 5 terrorists up to get Bergdahl back? Is that what he's talking about? Because I don't know what that meant either. I don't know.
That's not disrespecting the military.
Yeah. All right.
This is for Colin. Ball up a fist.
Colin
And keep
Kaepernick.
that shit ball.
Colin
Like Donald
Kaepernick.
a bitch.
Again, is this preschool? He's supposed to be an artist that makes he's made millions, hundreds of millions off of his ability to use his words effectively and fluidly, and yet that's all he can come up with?
He's gonna get rid of all immigrants. He's gonna build that thing up taller than this.
And again, he didn't say he's going to get rid of all immigrants. He said, come here legally. Come here legally. That's it. Come here legally. Why does everybody have a problem? Hey, Marshall, would it be okay if I came into your house illegally? Would it be all right if I snuck into your house, and since I got into your house, I'm there, you got to leave me there. You got to keep me now. Now you got to feed me. Now you got to clothe me because I'm already in your house. Now I made it. So if that's okay with you, then it's not okay with you. So why should it be okay for people to come into our country illegally? Come in legally. That's all he's ever said. Come in legally. So stop.
Well, if he does build it, I hope it's rock solid with bricks.
I hope it is too. Rock solid with bricks. Because we don't need people coming into our country illegally. We need the illegal immigration to stay out. Come in. We're a country of laws. That's good. We do need a very, very high, 30, 40 feet. I don't know.
Because like him in politics,
we'll see.
I'm using all of his tricks. Because I'm throwing that piece of shit against the wall till it sticks.
Again, I just don't get the lyrics, bro. You say it's freestyle, but even if it's freestyle, it should have been a lot better than that. Because this is nursery rhyme stuff, bro. Marshall, this is like preschool. I could hear a 5, 6-year-old throwing a temper tantrum saying this kind of stuff.
And any fan of mine who's a supporter of his.
So here he goes. If you're a fan of his, he's giving you an ultimatum. He's telling you you can't think for yourself. He's telling you that he knows better than you do. He's telling you that you can't have an opinion all by yourself, that you can't like somebody and still like him. Is he the real fascist here? Is this not a total, totalitarian dictatorship that he's got for his fan base? It's either me or him. Is that what he's really about to say to all of his fans?
I'm drawing in the sand a line. You're either for or against.
Wow.
And if you can't decide who you like more and you're split on who you should stand beside, I'll do it for you with this.
And what you didn't hear right there, because they blocked it out, was he said a big fat F you. He just gave a big fat F you to all of his fans that may like Donald Trump. Apparently now, again, the gap is widening, people. It's widening. Did he not learn? Did he not learn?
To stand up. We love our military.
Yeah, we do.
We love our country.
Yeah, we do.
But we hate Trump.
Okay, so that's the end. He hates Trump. You know what? Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Get it straight. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. So when you're disrespecting the president of the United States, you're disrespecting the office of the United States. You're disrespecting the United States.